my dear brother and sister of our beloved country, India, Bharatvarsh. I wish you all the success and I wish you a happy, prosperous, peaceful and successful life with mind, body and soul for a greater India, for a developed India, for a superpower India, for a peaceful India. My dear friend and my dear brother and sister, mother and father and great ancestor of our beloved country, India, that's Bharatvarsh. Once again, I realize my vision. You know, my mission is my vision 2047 for a developed, superpowered, self-reliant and peaceful India, transformed India. My dear friend, with the 10 commandments of our vision 2047, the second movement of independence of our country, to celebrate the centenary year of our independence in 2047, and also to hoist the national flag with chanting Jana Gana Mana Adhinayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata. I have the honor to say that my vision is your vision after Vision 2020 promulgated by great President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in 1997 on the occasion of Golden Year of Independence. Now, after Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in year 2022, we have started a movement of independence, the second movement of independence with a mission and vision 2047 for next 25 years. Now we have experienced after Corona pandemic of 2 years. Now we are moving towards a golden destination with a mission and vision 2047 for a developed, superpowered, self-reliant and transformed India. My dear friend, we belong to India and India belongs to us. You know, the 10 commandments of our vision 2047 are unity and integrity, agriculture and industry, science and technology, health and education, peace and tranquility, development and management, strategy and space research, energy and economy, ecology and environment, and last but not least, heritage and happiness. These are our 10 commandments. These are our 10 destination goals of our Vision 2047 for a developed, superpowered, self-reliant transformed and peaceful India. As you know, the unity and integrity of the family, of the society, and of the nation is very important. When we unite, when we integrate, and when we deserve a peace of mind, peace of body, peace of soul, for the benefit of mankind, for the benefit of our family, for the benefit of our society, and also for the benefit of the country, then we achieve the goal of Vision 2047 for a developed, superpowered, self-reliant and transformed India. You know, agriculture and industries are also very important for a developed nation. Agriculture is our greatest culture. In our society, particularly in villages where the young farmers, young Indians are working with great zeal and enthusiasm for food security, for water security, and also for socio-economic security for the great nation India. So, with the green revolution in our country after independence, we have achieved the goal of self-reliant in food security, in water security, to feed our people, to drink our people, and also to work our people for a developed, superpowered, self-reliant and transformed India. As agriculture is important for a developed nation, the industrial growth is also important for a developed nation. From villages to cities and even metro cities, the agriculture and the industrial growth are very important. The small scale industry, the MSME, the mega and large industry are the center of employment where our youth, our sons and daughters work for the nation, sweat for the nation, and also for economical growth in our nation. So, with the Make in India, with Startup India, with Digital India, with Skill India, and also with the greater prosperity in India, we must develop all the infrastructure facilities for agriculture as well as industry sector for a developed nation. Then we achieve the goal of developed country, a superpower country, a self-reliant country, and also a transformed country. My dear friend, science and technology is essential for new generation, not only in our country but also in the world. in the global village for sustainable and inclusive development and management, for lifestyle, life for environment, for a greater happiness and wellness. So, we must develop infrastructure in research and development of science and technology, engineering and nanotechnology, along with the modern technology like artificial intelligence in health and education sector, like machine learning in development and management, like robotics in energy and environment, like other modern technology. With the help of great science and technology, we must work with the help of science and technology for a greater nation, for a developed nation, for a superpower nation, and also for self-reliant and transformed nation. My dear friend, health and education are most privileged sector to develop a society, a family, and a nation. When we healthy and wealthy, then our mind will also healthy. Then our body will also healthy. Then our soul, that is spirit, is also healthy. So we must develop infrastructure from village, PSC, to cities, hospitals and medical colleges, and even to mega cities like All India Institute of Medical Science, with modern pharmaceutical achievement, with innovative equipments of medical infrastructure for a healthy and wealthy nation. We must also create an ecosystem for educational infrastructure from school to high schools, middle schools, colleges, universities, and research and development institutions, both for rural and urban areas, for the knowledge-based society, for the knowledge management, for the ecosystem of educational hub, with the peace of mind, body and soul, for the benefit of society, for the benefit of family, and also for the benefit of country. And not only in our country, but also for the benefit of mankind in the world. Then we will achieve the goal of a developed, superpowered, self-reliant, transformed and peaceful India. My dear friend, peace and tranquility is the path to achieve the goal of healthy and wealthy life. With peace in mind, body and soul, we must create an ecosystem in our family, in our society, in our country and also in our world. For dialogue, not confrontation. For peace and tranquility, not the war. We must develop an infrastructure for peace and tranquility in our society, in our country, and also in the world for the benefit of the mankind. Then we will achieve the goal of sustainable and inclusive development along with greater management. Then we achieve the goal of a developed superpower, self-reliant and transformed India with a mission and vision 2047. My dear friend, the sustainable development and inclusive growth with successful management are very, very important for a developed nation, for a developed society, and also for the developed world. The Sustainable Development Goal, after Millennium Development Goal, promulgated by United Nations Organization, in which our country is also signatory. To achieve the Sustainable Development Goal by 2030 for eradication of poverty, for better education and health infrastructure, for drinking water and food security, water security, for whole security, to sustain the life in this arena of war and natural disaster. We must also develop infrastructure to connect the cities, villages, along with all the infrastructure facilities like electricity, water supply, telecoms, particularly in railways, waterways, airways, roadways, and even e-ways, to connect the people of India, the 1.5 plus billion people of India, and also to connect the world in this globalization, privatization, and economization world. My dear friend, in this global environment, we must develop under the earth, over the earth, and even in space for the benefit of the people of India, for the benefit of the people of society, and also for the benefit of the people of our family. My dear friend and lovely children of our beloved country, India, Bharatvarsh, we must create an infrastructure for greater management. The management of water resources, the management of natural resources, the management of disaster management, the management of natural and man-made disasters like earthquake, cyclones, lightning, floods and droughts, wildlife fires, heat waves, cold waves, and even global and warming and global cooling. For the climate change mitigation, for the benefit of society, for the benefit of people of our country, to achieve the goal of sustainable and inclusive development, to achieve the goal of greater management with the help of science and technology, for the benefit of mankind. My dear friend, the strategy sector along with research and development in the space sector are also very essential part for a developed society, for a developed nation. Our borders of our country, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Kutch to Kamakya, the three sides with Arab Sagar, Hind Mahasagar and Bengal ki Khadi, and the northern region with Himalayan region are our prompt border. So we must work hard to develop infrastructure, to develop ecosystem for the whole and soul security of our borders, to combat the internal and external disturbances, to combat terrorism, to combat cyber crimes, to combat all the insecurity and disturbances in our society, in our country, to save our mother India, to save our people of great India. So we must work with a greater planning, designing and executing, with a smart, strategic, and also we must work hard in research and development for space technology to achieve the goal of learning of cosmos along with sun and moons, along with all the graha, along with Kshitijal, Pavak, Gagan, Samira, the 5 elements of our life. You know, my dear friend, the achievement of Chandrayaan, Suryayan, Samudrayan, and target of establishing the Indian Space Station, the achieving the goal of L1 point for research and development, our Saur Mandal, for greater energy, for greater development, for greater management of natural resources. We must work hard, sweat hard, with smart strategy for space technology to compete the global competition in space and cosmos technology for a developed nation, for a self-reliant nation, and also for a transformed and peaceful nation. My dear friend, the energy and economy are the vast subjects, but a smart arena for a developed country, for a developed society, and also for a developed world. The ecosystem and sustainable development and management in energy sector for resilience and reliance capacity, for food, fertilizer and fuel, along with non-conventional energy like solar, wind, hydro, hydrogen, and even atomic energy, nuclear energy. With the help of supercomputers, superconductors, and also with the help of modern science and technology, we must achieve the goal of energy reliant country. We must achieve the goal of economical growth in our country. So we must work for energy sector as well as economic sector. We must develop infrastructure to ignite our mindset of youth, our sons and daughters, our young children,